Hello and welcome to How to Play Battle Superheroes vs. Villains, presented by GatherTogetherGames.com. This video will cover how to play the card game Battle Superheroes vs. Villains. The video will start with the general concepts and gameplay and then get into more of the details for the game. The game is played with 4 to 10 players. The battle deck includes identity cards of superheroes or villains, fight cards of numbered cards 1 to 12, a variety of action cards, and 1 battle card. Locate the battle card and set it to the side. Next, locate the identity cards, 5 superheroes and 5 villains. The number of players playing should equal the number of identity cards being used. With 6 players in the game, shuffle 3 superhero cards and 3 villain cards. Each player is dealt 1 identity card. Next, locate the 10 exposed cards. The number of players playing should equal the number of exposed cards being used. Shuffle the needed exposed cards into the deck. Each player is then dealt a number of cards based on the number of players playing. In a game with 6 players, each player is dealt an additional 11 cards in sets of 2 or 3. Shuffle the battle card into the remaining deck. Place the deck into the middle and flip over the top card to start the discard pile. The object of the game is to be the player, or have a player with the same identity as you play the identity card into the middle first. Your identity card can be played into the middle once all fight cards have been played from your hand. Players begin playing their fight cards when the battle card is flipped up from the middle deck. Going back to the hand that was dealt earlier, I have flipped up each player's cards for you to see. In an actual game, you will keep your cards hidden from the other players. The player left of the dealer is first to play. The player can choose to pick up the top discard or the top card of the deck. The goal of this phase is to create the best fighting hand as possible. With this in mind, a player will want to keep similar cards. After drawing a card, the player has the option to discard 1 card, but is not required. It may be beneficial for a player to keep more cards instead of breaking up similar cards. Once a player discards or passes on discarding, the play moves left to the next player. Players continue to draw the top discard or the top card from the deck and then choosing to discard 1 card or not. This continues until a player draws the battle card. The player to draw the battle card will place it on top of the discard pile and start the battle by playing a fight card from his or her hand. Fight cards of similar rank are played together. Play moves to the next player who has to match or beat the rank of the fight cards previously played. Any pair or better beats a single card, any triple or better beats a pair, and so on. The new battle action card can be played to reset the battle. The player of the new battle card will start a new battle with any fight card. Once all your fight cards are played, you can play your identity card on your next turn to win the round. If a superhero wins, all the superheroes get a point. If a villain wins, all the villains get a point. The game is played to an agreed upon amount, such as 5. At any time during gameplay, a player may play an action card. Action cards cannot be picked up after being played on the discard pile. The player of the exposed card will choose 1 player to expose his or her identity card. The identity card is left face up in front of its owner. When the skip card is played, the next player's turn is skipped. When the reverse card is played, the gameplay direction is reversed. The player of the eliminate card will choose a player to be eliminated from the round. The player chosen to be eliminated will place his or her hand down and is out of the round unless immediately saved. The save card allows an eliminated player to stay in the game. If the holder of the card wants to save an eliminated player, this card is played out of turn immediately after a player is chosen for elimination. If an odd number of players are in the game, still include an equal number of superheroes to villain identity cards. For example, with 5 players, shuffle 3 superhero cards and 3 villain cards. Leave the remaining identity card face down after the deal. When an action card is played during the battle phase, the action is completed, then the next player will have to beat the previously played fight cards. When a player cannot beat the previously played fight cards, the player can play an action card or pass on playing. When no player can beat the previously played fight cards, the battle resets and the player of the unbeatable fight cards can play any fight card. If 2 or more players tie to win the game, place 1 save and 1 eliminate card face down. Each player will take a turn drawing from the 2 cards. If a player draws the Eliminate card, he or she loses. That wraps up how to play Battle: Superheroes vs. Villains. To find out more about Battle, check out the description of this video. Thanks for watching!